Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, my Hadith disciples, YouTubers and viewers upon the Sunnah and Athar, to another exclusive episode of F.M.F, 5 Minutes of Fa'idah. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah, may Allah have mercy upon him, he said, لَيْسَ لِشِفَاءِ الْقُلُوبِ دَوَاءٌ قَطُّ أَنْفَعُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ أو كما قال رحمه الله. With regards to healing the hearts, curing the hearts, straightening the crookedness of the hearts, washing away the stains of the hearts. Shifa, the heart is ill, it's sick, it's hurting, it's aching. How do we take away the pain? How do we remove the stains, remove the rust? How do we remove these dents? Anything which is against the health of the heart, the natural health, the natural straightness of the heart. He said that there's nothing which is better. There isn't anything which is more effective, more impactful. There isn't a medicine which is stronger, which will knock out the sickness than the Quran. لَيْسَ لِشِفَاءِ الْقُلُوبِ دَوَاءٌ قَطُّ أَنْفَعُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. There is no medicine, there's no means of healing with regards to the hearts, not the physical bodies, which is better, stronger, more potent than the Quran. Let's stop and think about this just for a brief second. Why is the Quran so impactful? Why does it have such an impact? Why is it such a strong detergent or tonic or surgery with regards to the illness of the heart? What's in the Quran? The Quran has many messages. There are many themes. There are many aims and objectives of the Quran. But if you stop and you think about the Quran, the greatest theme of the Quran is a Tawheed. And what does Tawheed mean? What does it stand for? What does it go against? A Tawheed is basically making one's heart purely for the creator of the heart. And that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A Tawheed is to remove other than Allah from the heart and allow the servant's, the slave's heart to be solely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's manifested in worshiping Him and only Him. That's manifested in following His rules and laws and no one else's. That's manifested in you being sincere and honest. When it's nobody around, you and Allah. Allah watches me, Allah sees me, Allah hears me. You give someone a gift, you give charity. Don't want the people to praise me. Don't want the person to say thank you. You're a generous man, you're a generous person. Or am I seeking the good pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What does the Quran tell us about this world? And how it passes by quickly, rapidly. How there's so many evil men and women who will fight for this world. Who will claw at each other's faces for this world. Who will sell their souls, their honor, their dignity for this world. What does the Quran tell us about greed and a person lacking the ability to be satisfied, to be satiated? What does the Quran tell us with regards to fear, safety, cowardice, bravery? What is the message of the Quran, the teachings of the Quran with regards to generosity, selflessness? If you stop and you think about all of these aims, these objectives of the Quran, and you look at their opposites, you'll find that the Quran stands for the purification of the heart. And going against the teachings of the Quran leads to the defilement, the dirtying, the staining, the denting of the heart. So you look at the words of Ibn Qayyim. If you're trying to clean your heart, heal your heart, you may read this book, you may take a walk here, you may take this medicine, etc., etc., etc. But the quickest, fastest, best, the most thorough way is the way of the Quran al-Kareem. And it's not just a good statement or a true statement just because Ibn Qayyim said it. But take Ibn Qayyim's statement and what I just briefly explained to you, briefly, with regards to Tawheed and generosity and all of the good and the opposite of those good things. And I guarantee, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, you'll see how it makes total sense. That the starting point, the ending point, the top of the list, the best way of healing your heart and cleaning your heart is through the Quran.